I spent 3 days of time that I did not have working on my Jeep.
You gotta tell them why it's not here.
That truck has given me, is it tinnitus? My ears won't stop ringing because of that truck.
And that got us thinking. We've always wanted a ton of land, but it got us thinking like maybe we should start looking. All right, welcome back to another episode of the PeckBrothers show. We missed last week because we were supposed to have Matt's Offroad be on, but our schedules didn't line up, and then we had to come home.
I would say it's mostly 100% Alex's fault.
Definitely. It always is.
This
really
is your job to make sure this happens. Me and Brady just show up and talk.
I'm just going to quit telling you guys what might happen so I don't get blamed. But one day we're going to get Matt on when our schedules line up. We've been wanting to have him for a while.
It's kind of hard. Like, you wouldn't think that it would be, you know, as big of a, like, you just, you know, sit down and talk. How is that? How is that a big deal? Like, a lot of our buddies are really busy. I mean, I could, like, trying to see, like, have one of our buddies have us on their podcast. That would be really hard to cut out the time to go do that, you know?
Yeah, even though it's like, you know, an hour, it ends up being a couple hours. Travel time, set up, talk. It's a lot. It was lucky we got Rudy.
That was super
one.
fun.
But Brady was gone for a couple days. You were down in Salt Lake. Why don't you tell us what you were doing?
Well,
I don't even know what's going on here.
speaking of like time, I spent 3 days of time that I did not have down working on my Jeep. And
You gotta tell them why it's not here.
yeah, so it's been gone since, what, October? September,
It's been
October?
so nice.
Caleb thinks it's nice because it's out of the way, but it's kind of not nice for me because when I do, you know, when I could work on it, like late nights, it's not here.
Yeah.
So
I'm just sick of moving it out of the way of the car lift. That's my biggest problem. But what's funny is your Jeep leaves and Alex's Jeep goes to the car lift.
Yeah,
We got too many things that are broke
Don't
down.
ever plan on using the car lift.
And then
don't.
now your Jeep's not there. The mini truck is on the car lift.
hey, that's good news though. That means it's getting a new transmission.
We're getting way off topic.
Okay, well, let's go on with the story. So, we have a good buddy that we call on the channel our wizard friend. That's probably one of the best welders that you'll ever meet in your whole entire life.
He's a genie.
Unbelievable. He can weld a piece of plastic to a piece of aluminum. probably.
I would, no joke, and I'm not even gassing him up, I'd put him up against literally anybody on earth.
Yeah, definitely.
Welding's amazing, and fabrication's
Also great.
very up there.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable, but there's one thing that the guy doesn't have, and that's he doesn't work very fast. He doesn't get a lot done in a
Kinda
short
like
amount of time. Just
Yeah,
like
I was
me.
going to say, to have you two together, I'm surprised you guys didn't go backwards. What you should have done, you should
They
have
did.
you should have paid Alex to go down there
Yeah.
and go hang out with Bentley. Dude, that thing would have been
I don't know what
done.
I would have paid Alex to do, but
I'm just saying,
He wants him to work.
instead of you going down, it should have been Alex.
okay. Well, so I went down there on Thursday after we got back from St. George from our mini trophy truck videos, and
Which is crazy.
We hit it pretty hard.
To carve out a full day
2 days
or 2 days.
2 days, and me and him kind of ganged up on it. He said, "Let's bang this thing out so you can take it home." I'm like, "Oh, dude!" And essentially, what we're doing there is we're building headers, and the headers, the idiot that built the frame.
Header
Brady.
for anybody if it's not 100% clear, if you're not a motor guy, headers are taking the exhaust out of your engine, taking it from 8 cylinders and coupling it into one out through your exhaust.
This isn't some tech podcast. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows what headers
Well, I just
Exhaust
want to make it
manifolds.
clear. I mean,
Yeah,
We call them
working on-
headers.
we're working on the exhaust tubing, and the idiot that built the frame didn't build any room to go under like a normal car does. these had to go up over the motor. So with the hood and the clearances, the supercharger, the firewall in the back of the motor, steering shafts.
Yeah.
You got to flip an air compressor in there.
Air compressor, there's the power brake booster and master cylinder, all that. All of these tubes have to snake around everything, and they're very intricate.
It's a small little area to get all four. Are they 2-inch tubes?
2-inch tubes.
Yeah,
Four
which is
2-inch
big.
tubes where they need to go. That's why we had him do it.
Yep. And then on top of that, you're trying to build it so you can work on it later. You know, if you need to pull the transmission, it can come off instead of like the body having to come off to get exhaust off. So,
or using the car lift to put the exhaust back.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem here. Is you're building it thinking about future Brady, and you're building it, you know, everything needs to be symmetrical and everything needs to be like, you got to stop it with that. This thing's never going to get that. You need to get Alex in there. If as long as you can get it in and bolt it up before you weld it on,
there's always a way to get it back on once it's on.
Yep, exactly. Just make sure the gasket's on there. Just leave it on.
I will say, when I built my exhaust and then took it off and welded it all, I did have to use the floor jack to get it all back on.
I wasn't going to share this story, but when me and you helped Caleb, we were working on his Jeep. It was on the car lift, and we couldn't, for the life of us, get his exhaust to line back up. So essentially, you got a V-band, which you weld 2 pieces onto the on each pipe, and then there's a clamp that clamps them 2 together. But they have like a little recessed, like step in them, so you can line them up.
Thing.
And we couldn't get it to line up. So sure enough, you know, instead of taking the time and to tack it a ton of times and make everything, you know, Gabe just said, nope, just weld it all. Just weld it all.
It don't matter how many tacks you do, it'll always warp.
I'm lost.
Always, dude.
I don't know.
Oh, you talking about when we built it?
No, I'm talking about when we had to use the car lift to lift up your exhaust to get it to fit.
That's what's so hard about exhaust, though. And I will say, in my defense, this exhaust just flat plain. I mean, it gets hot and it moves.
It always does.
When I put that together, everything was all tight. I welded a lot of it in place, like, and it used to go on and come off easy.
He can talk crap because his isn't done.
Yeah, exactly. Hey. Just wait till you're putting that monstrosity together.
I'm not gonna say
we're gonna have ratchet straps and pry bars and WD-40 and all sorts.
Listen, I'm not saying it won't be because there's a chance that it is, but because of that instance is why I had Bentley come help. So
and it's why my Jeep's going to be outdated by the time your Jeep gets done, is because you're so worried about all this stuff.
Every single part I've ever bought on my Jeep, which I bought pretty much everything new, is all completely out of warranty, like years out of warranty now. So that really is too bad.
Yeah, it's a shame.
We went down there and we worked on it. We had a lot of things going on, a lot of distractions, a lot of...
Bentley's super entertaining person. It's honestly kind of hard to get anything done because he's so much fun to talk to, and he's got the best stories ever.
Yep, he's a blast. We had other friends coming over, you know, in that big group of Jeep buddies. They came over and said hi and BS for a little while.
That's a big recipe to get nothing done.
Yeah.
But to have good memories.
Yeah, we were trying to keep on track, and I mean, we were sharing stories from when... like years ago when he was standing too close to a heater and lit his butt on fire.
Dude, that's one of the funniest stories.
Pants off.
We need to have him on the podcast to tell some of the... Bentley would be such a good one on the podcast.
Everybody listening would be in tears.
Oh, man.
So hard.
Okay, drop in the comments, and it's mostly so we can show Bentley that, hey, all these people want to hear this because it's going to be super entertaining. We'll use that to get him on the podcast.
The fun thing is Bentley knew my dad when we were like 5 years old. Bentley was like 12. They knew my dad. All their buddies loved my dad because they were into Jeeps.
They lived in like the same neighborhood or like the same area, and they met dad. Somebody's older brother met dad somehow.
Yeah, so they knew dad, and then I worked at Terraflex for I think like 6 months while he worked at Terraflex too for a season. And then he started his own business and I went to work for Bentley. So there's a lot of ties to Bentley in that group that the stories from him that'd be a fun podcast.
He helped Dad back in the day build his Jeep when he was starting out his whole like self. Yeah, so
Awesome.
cool.
Anyway, so tell me how far were the, like, percentage wise? How far were the headers when you got there? Like, done.
Well, so he pretty much had the driver's side built.
So
it
like
was all tacked in
40%.
place.
40%.
35. No, because we had the downpipe to build. I'd say probably a solid 30%. And I kind of, on accident, threw a curveball at him because I didn't have my compressor in place. So when I brought that down, we set it in place. I'm like, it's got to fit. It's going to be so close. Sure enough, we put it in, and it was about a 1/4 inch off. The compressor needed to go closer. And we're dealing with tight tolerances here. So we ended up, I need a compressor. So we cut all of those off, and we were going to shift them back so it cleared. But then we stepped up the merge collector size. We put V-bands up at the top. We changed the angle of them. We angled them up, dude.
So by the time you left, it was 15% done.
No.
So, yeah, I want to know, you got there, it was 30. When you left, is it still 30?
Probably about 30, but in a different way.
Brady.
This is the thing.
Dude.
This
is the story of you.
I know. You can't blame it completely on me.
Right, only like 80%, because Bentley
80.
wasn't helping, because he's also the kind of guy that's like, nope, let's rip all of it back off. Well, we're going to do it. It's going to be so much better.
All of the pieces that he made, a lot of it's still usable. It's just it had to get cut off. We kind of went backwards and started working forward. So,
dude,
it don't matter.
All of it is piling on to the fact that when that Jeep is done, it is going to be a massive story for us. Like, it's there. Like, I don't even have anything that would even live in this realm as far as like magnitude when that Jeep's done. It's like time that went into it, effort, thought, and then now it's done. It's going to be massive. I mean, when is that going to? I mean,
wasn't pretty much the first video we made.
Yes.
On PeckBrothers going to get that tub for that Jeep.
Dude, and I thought,
because 2020.
Dude, so this is crazy.
20?
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I deleted those videos off of our channel like 3 years ago. Maybe, 3 years ago, because we didn't know we used copyrighted music. And I was worried that we were going to run into problems because they kept coming after us with copyright stuff. So I deleted them off the channel. I thought that I lost those videos. Originally, when I deleted them, I'm like, those videos suck. But now, I'm like, man,
They mean something.
Yeah, like, I wish I could watch those. I found them. I downloaded all of them and put them in a file. Didn't know where it was. I found them.
Oh, that's sweet.
So
That'll be fun.
what we should do something when we hit like 1 million subscribers. We should get a big party and I don't know if I can stomach it, but try and watch our very first video we ever made.
We need to tie the name of that Jeep into the history of, like, because by the time it's done, who knows? We might be 1 million subs.
I
Hopefully.
mean, possibly.
It's kind of cool to lean into, like, we went from 0 to 1 million, and that Jeep took that whole time.
Yeah. What do they call that railroad that goes across the whole U.S.?
The Transcontinental Railroad.
Mm-hmm.
That might be something like that. Well, I bet that went a little faster than this Jeep build.
Okay.
One day, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up just for kicks and giggles.
Dude, if honestly, if we put you and Bentley on a build, gave you like $300,000 in 10 years, you guys would build the most insane vehicle. It would be so
I don't know
cool.
if it would. I don't think we could get a vehicle done in 3 years.
I said 10.
10 years?
10 years.
Oh,
10.
okay.
That's
probably
probably closer. They got a lot of time to work on it. So it's going to have taken you longer to build your Jeep than it took to make the Transcontinental Railroad. It took them 6
A
years.
whole railroad across the whole United States.
1863, they started building it. I don't even think there was electricity yet. And every one of those was laid by hand. No tractors, no nothing.
Well, everything that's on that Jeep was built by hand, pretty much.
That is funny.
That is funny. It's literally going to have taken longer than the Transcontinental Railroad took to build.
Here's my rebuttal to that. That was their job. They got paid to build a railroad. I'm not getting paid to build my Jeep,
Well,
and that's
you
not
did.
my main focus.
Back when we used to do Jeep builds on the channel.
No. I think there
So
was like
there was about
couple videos.
20,000 people employed to work on the Transcontinental Railroad.
and I got me and Bentley on my Jeep.
Well, I know, but you're just saying that it was their full-time job. You know? Actually, maybe that's backing. That's not. That's not helping, is
backing
it?
me up.
It's backing you up.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
that's
you know.
cool. That's
Well, we haven't given an LJ update for a minute. It hasn't even been here. You kind of forget about it when it's not here.
I'm going to throw a little Easter egg out for all of our friends that are watching. We have just recently decided that this Jeep, the LJ, is going to be at its very, very, very first public event for the public to see it at the Salt Lake Offroad Expo. When's the dates of that?
I think it's in like 2 weeks.
Sometime the end of February.
End of February. So if you're in the Salt Lake City area, I mean, we've had people, I guess, drive from like Montana,
Yeah, Montana,
Oregon,
Wyoming, Idaho,
to come to this event. And
Arizona.
It's a great event. Like
It's
it's a
awesome.
good
Fun
size one.
sponsors.
It's
cool
February 27th through the 28th in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the Mountain America Expo Center.
2026.
And you need to come give Brady a hard time, or just either make up your mind for yourself if it was understandable that Jeep has taken as long as it has to get to the point that it's
Yeah,
at.
If you're going to come, just bring a welder and maybe some tools. And
yeah, start working
Bring a
on it.
9/16 and we'll keep going.
Yeah, and yeah.
that one will be fun because we'll have our own booth. We'll be selling merch. We'll be meeting people, doing all that. And then we'll also have Brady's Jeep on display. We'll also have the mini trophy truck on display because that's never been displayed publicly either. And probably the mini Jeep and the 450 pit bike. So we're going to have a bunch of cool
You know what would
stuff.
be kind of cool? If we could make like a massive glass box and have like a workbench and grinders and power in there, and like the glass is like soundproof. It's like an inch thick, and people could sit and watch Brady work on his Jeep.
Oh, they'd have an aneurysm watching.
Dude, I think I'd lose
It
my
would
mind.
just be him taking stuff off, doing
Going
it
backwards.
again.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you know how cool that would be? I mean,
That would be kind of cool.
I
It's
feel like that would be he'd be like a zoo animal.
It's like how people do live
Yeah.
streams, and people just watch people cook and just watch Braid build his Jeep.
You think I could get anything done?
Yeah, have you seen that? Have you seen that meme video of the orangutan like trying to screw in the thing on the wheel, and the guy's watching him like,
That's what I look like, huh? I've had it.
no, I just think it would be super interesting. Like, and they would have to make it so like nobody could, say anything to you, so you could stay locked in, and it would just be interesting to watch somebody for a minute just work on something. I don't know, maybe it's a weird, whack idea.
You
Obviously,
think,
we're
you
never
think
gonna,
of very odd things.
yeah.
Yep. Your brain is really messed up.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's,
you're a weird kid.
yeah. I can blame YouTube for that for sure.
The other thing I was gonna say is, if you can't make it to the expo, the end of February, we're going to Matt's Off-Road Games, which is gonna be freaking fun. We'll have our Charmac there, the mini wrecker, the trophy truck. The trophy truck's gonna be in a race.
Probably the Cybertruck.
Probably the Cybertruck.
Yeah, if we can get that thing back going.
All it needs is a steering box, I think.
Might need to make a quick trip back down to Rory. See if he can help us get it back going.
Yeah.
Take him about 20 minutes.
Dude, the off-road game is gonna be fun this year. I heard there's freestyle motocross.
That is
That's
March
sweet.
March 19th through the 21st in 2026, and it's in Hurricane, Utah, at the Sand Hollow State Park.
This is where it's all going down. this whole
Yeah.
trophy.
I
truck
gotta
thing.
say this too. Those are the only 2 events we go to all year.
Yeah, that's it.
And so
At least have a booth.
in both of those, well, we don't really
We go to
show up
Trail
though
Hero.
explicitly. Yeah, but not really.
Well, we kinda-
We're just there when
We're
it's
kind of
going
there
on.
while it's going on. We're not really part of it. What I'm trying to get to is this is the only place throughout the year that you can come and meet us, and we take pictures and whatever. Like
We have time to meet you guys.
yeah, like we are allotting time that we're gonna be there and hang out with everybody. So if you want to come hang out with us, that's where we'll be.
Yeah, if you've been thinking about it, I want to get down to this area and meet the PeckBrothers. This is the time.
You got to drop to what Brady was getting to is way important. If you've been watching our trophy truck saga. Oh, that was exactly the right word. Our trophy truck series saga. It is coming to a climax at the off-road games in front of everybody.
And it's not just like, hey, we're just getting a bunch of trophy trucks and racing. Like, there's way more to this because essentially that is the reason we built that thing. It was Caleb's dream to race and never lose a race in that truck. So it'll be the first race it ever races that's not just our stuff.
Yeah.
And let me premise this. First of all, we have now switched our drop date to Fridays instead of Sundays.
For the main channel.
For the main
that's
channel.
good to know.
Yeah, sorry, not for the podcast, for the main channel. And so last week you guys got to see the first testing session of the mini trophy truck. This Friday, in a couple days, you will see the next one. And it's an interesting story.
That Mitch it's hot on Mitch right now. He's editing that video and it's way better than the first one. To be honest with you, you guys really liked the last one. I thought it was as good as we could do, but I was really disappointed with how much action I mean, the flipping truck broke every time we touched it. And
this second video, we
dude,
rallied the truck.
there's way more footage. Dude, it looks
I can't
so
wait.
good,
Man.
dude.
I
It's
can't wait.
Looking at it right now, I can't wait for these people to see.
yeah,
what it
and
looks like now.
another big thing, and you'll see it if you look at the thumbnail. The wrap is now on it for the first time, and we overnighted it from Deviant Inc. down to Matt's Off-Road shop while we were fixing the truck, and we put it on, and dude, you guys are gonna crap when you see some of this footage come. It's that thing.
So what you're saying is I filmed it good.
You did a great job.
Really?
You did a great, and so did you. You were driving. You were filming a lot of these ones that I'm talking about. I mean, you were filming most of all of it. I was driving the whole time, which is
was
really weird.
Hanging out of the mini Jeep like this, bouncing around
Dude,
the bumps,
Hitting
trying to
whoops in the mini Jeep.
moving my finger, trying to move the gimbal so we could get the right shot.
I
It was
remember
impressive.
thinking, too, I remember thinking that, like, because I normally am the guy hanging out of the vehicle trying to get that shot, and it gets really frustrating. You did a great job about not getting frustrated. It can be really frustrating because we're stressed about if this thing breaks,
Video's over.
video's over. And if we don't capture enough of what we're trying to capture before it breaks, the video's not that good. And so it's really stressful. And then when the camera gear isn't doing its camera gear thing, it can get really frustrating. But
Sand in your eyes and the camera's not working right.
I had a lot of fun.
I don't know if I should drop. Should I drop a little bit of what happened at the end, or should I just let it?
Just let it be.
Let's not drop that. I was gonna say, yeah, you should drop whatever, but maybe not. that.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to flip and watch it. But I gotta say something regarding it.
Let's
Let's just say we didn't see this one coming.
definitely did not.
Could have never guessed.
It's
That's
not
a good
even
word.
worth saying it.
Yeah.
Now people are just gonna be like, "What the flip?"
That's a
Yeah.
good, that's a good way to put it, though.
Yeah. But
Good video.
Good video.
I think I haven't seen the video, but filming it, dude, that truck is so far past my expectations of what I would thought it would do.
Dude, I showed Dad
inhuman.
the clip of charging those whoops, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It looks, and it sounds so dumb, but it looks like a mini trophy truck.
It does.
You
It handles the same
scroll
way.
through Instagram, and you see these slow-mos of trophy trucks, and their suspensions just touching the tops of these whoops and body staying straight. That's what that truck did.
Yeah.
Very well. So cool.
Yeah, it looked and it sounds, dude.
It's inhuman. Like it is when you see it and hear it, it is like it sounds like it's gonna just come at you and eat you alive.
It's going to be so fun at the off-road games when everybody can line around it and hear it and watch
in
it
real life.
in real life, because
Real
it's so different in real life versus the video.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little worried about like little kids by the arena.
We
Like-
might need to
Like
put a
their
muffler.
their eardrums.
Yeah, or scaring kids and stuff. Like, it's so loud. I don't think I've been around anything that loud.
We'll put it this way. Me and Brady, being the camera guys, wore earplugs.
I was wearing earplugs under my helmet.
I gotta share something. To this day, when we started that truck up and revved it for the first time, I know I went to bed that night and my ears were ringing. Still to this day, right now, I can hear a ringing in my ears because of that. That truck has given me, is it tinnitus?
Mm-hmm.
My ears won't stop ringing because of that truck. It's over for me. That doesn't fix itself. Like I will have ringing the rest of my life because of that stupid truck.
There goes our workman's comp bill going up.
jeez.
What are they gonna do? They can't fix nothing.
No. Well, welcome to my life.
Alex has
Yeah.
had that since you were what, 18,
Because you went
16, 17.
17?
diving though or something, right?
Yeah. They tell you the only thing you shouldn't do when you're sick is go diving. And that's what I did. I was congested, went down, I wouldn't equalize, and I just kind of got mad, so I just kept going.
Sounds like an Alex rig.
And
That
then
sounds right.
And then it popped, and then it really hurt, so I went to the top, and this my right ear has never stopped ringing ever since.
You
That
don't
was
notice
10
it though
years ago.
anymore, right?
If I focus on it, I can hear it, but like
Your brain turns it off.
it turns it off. And
That's
it
kinda
took
nice.
probably 3 or 4 years for that to happen.
Oh,
I went to the
jeez.
doctor, and they were like,
Yep,
yeah,
you're dead.
the diving was just a coincidence.
Right.
It was going to happen
Wow.
anyways, but the diving, it was just a coincidence. I was like, no, I heard it pop. My eardrum popped, and now it happened.
And they're like,
And he's
well,
like, yeah.
why are you an idiot then?
Why'd you come in here if you know what's wrong?
Yeah, I do have some hearing loss in that ear, though.
Really?
They stuck me in a room.
I thought you just weren't ever listening to us.
It's, what do they call it?
Selective
Selective
hearing.
hearing.
Selective hearing. Yeah.
No, they put me in a room with headphones, like a soundproof room, and they would play sounds at different frequencies, and I would tap this button when I could hear something, and I have really high-pitched hearing loss. Everything
Yeah.
low is fine.
Like, I think Dad's got that same thing. Didn't Dad go and get his
Yeah.
hearing checked?
Yeah.
And they were like, women with really high voices, you're not gonna be able to hear. and because Kirsty has a really high
Yeah,
voice,
he cannot.
he
hear
can't
my
hear
wife.
Kirsty.
Like, she has to literally. Dad like reads my wife's lips. That's how he can hear her. Unless she gets right up to him and says it, he can't hear.
I will say though, I don't have. I've got pretty much the hearing of a flippin' bald eagle. I can't hardly hear Kirs. She doesn't talk very loud, so it's not only her decibels are extremely low. Her voice is high, so she's like the perfect storm of not being able to hear nothing.
She's funny too because like she could be she'd walk in, hey brain.
You guys hear like a
Yeah, it sounds like
something in the distance?
No, that must have
like
not
some
been
sort of-
anything. Then
My
all of a
inner
sudden you-
self's trying to talk to me.
Then all of a sudden she's waving her arm. Hey, hey, what's up? Hey, brain.
Did
you say something? Say it a little louder. I can't hear you. Same thing. Hey, brain. Louder.
They
I
got
can't
like
hear
half
you.
a decibel
No,
up.
it doesn't
She
even go
won't.
that much.
She won't. No.
She cannot say anything loud. And I'm like, I can't hear you. You got to say it louder. and she can't. Like, it's impossible.
We love Kirst. I feel like I'd rather it be that way than hardcore the other way around.
Hey! Get over here!
I don't know how we got talking about this.
It was my eardrums from the truck.
From the
Oh,
truck,
yeah.
Long story short, that thing's ruined all of our hearing, but it's fun. And if you're going to come see it, definitely come see it if you're thinking about it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, when these projects are over, they are usually kind of over. They become like wall art, or they get put in a storage container or whatever. There may not be much content in that with that truck in the future unless the story really needs it. So if you want to come out and see it in person, you got to come out and make sure you're there at those events.
Right, because we try not to milk stuff.
Well, we love milking
we
stuff.
do.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
It's so fun to milk stuff.
Okay, so they'll probably see it again.
I was trying to change our YouTube channel to PeckBrothers Dairy.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody already
And
took
just
it.
every single video this whole entire year is building that trophy truck.
Yeah. No, I think I can foresee probably at least 2 or 3 more videos with that truck this year. So it's not gone, but definitely the videos are going to start going in other directions because we got a bunch of other really funny, good things coming. So I'm excited about that.
Let's get an answer right now. Should we put a muffler on it? Is it worth it?
I think it definitely is. And
Because we could get like a clamp on one where we can just cut the pipe out and just slip it on, put clamps, and bolt it right back up.
I'd be, as long as it sounds sick.
I wouldn't be opposed.
There's not a lot of room right there, so I'm gonna have to mess around with the flipping
Here's the
more
thing.
bends and stuff.
We're motor guys, right? Like we're not really into like the quiet electric stuff,
No.
toning motors way down and stuff. When that thing comes pulling out and the crowd sees it, they're gonna know exactly what it is and what we've been talking about this whole time. If it's straight piped and loud as flip, people are gonna be like, okay.
I think
I'm rooting for that one.
even if it had a muffler off of an 06 Honda Foreman, you'd still probably know what it was.
And just blow the packing right out of that muffler.
Maybe we just leave it then.
Maybe we leave it. I don't think I have the ambition to mess with it.
We got plenty other things in the pipeline.
Yeah.
So
Can you guys see the mini Jeep from where you're at?
No.
I just want to say the mini Jeep's tires are huge compared to that trophy truck. That's kind of
It's crazy. It's that mini Jeep, as small as it is, it makes the mini trophy truck look even smaller. I don't
it's
think
tiny.
anybody gets a really good gauge on how small that trophy truck really is until they see it in person. It's like, whoa.
Especially standing next to it, and it's like belly button height.
Yeah. Or if you see somebody getting in it and you see how big their helmet is in there, like there's some of the clips in this next video where you can see me in there and it's like, holy crap. He is stuffed in that truck.
well, you are because your head is huge.
Huge head. And I am like 6'7".
Teeny legs, but big head.
Yeah, torso is abnormally huge. Same with his head, but his legs are just really small.
My torso's huge. I don't even know I don't know how to take that.
He meant it in the worst way.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that was supposed to be a dig.
Well, I kind of want to talk about what we were talking about the other day about when we wanted to go test that truck. It was kind of like, well, we can't test it here because all we have is really driveway and a bunch of mud. So we had to drive clear to St. George, and that got us thinking. We've always wanted a ton of land, but it got us thinking like maybe we should start looking.
I think it's inevitable at this point. Like,
Unless we want to keep traveling every flipping week.
dude, I don't like it. I like going down there every now and again, but I mean,
I gotta make a comment here. This isn't when this just barely started coming up. It's just when we kind of got a little bit more serious about the idea. It's very interesting that so many YouTubers lately have been buying up land and
It's
having
wild.
their own, little things, racetracks or off-road parks or
Everybody's
you know,
singing
whatever.
the same thing lately.
Yeah, and it's so weird how creators are on the same wavelength there because we've been talking about this all of last year, you know, even through the end of last year.
That's
and
honestly
this year.
why we moved up here from not central Utah, but like the Salt Lake Valley was for more land. There's not very much down there anymore.
Yeah,
The only place you can get a bunch of land's here now.
yeah.
So
well, and
And it's honestly proven to be not super easy to get it even here.
it's
like
way hard, especially where we want to be.
we should probably state this as well. Like a lot of people on the channel don't understand when they see what we have. Like this is all of what we have. We weren't born in money. We're not.
there's no trust fund.
There's no trust fund. Mom and dad aren't feeding this company at all. There is no like. We're not those type of people. Like everything that we have in here, we have worked for, we've sacrificed, but we're kind of the guys that do things a little bit different than typical people. We don't pay interest. We don't have big loans on
I still
everything, you
have
know?
never had a loan on anything still.
Yeah, our credit is not like
And not a
Not-
huge history.
Yeah, there's not much history.
And I didn't know that. I mean, you know, there's been times where like I have walked into the bank and been like, hey, you know, can I get a $2,000 title loan on my truck that I own? They're like,
you don't make any money.
well, yeah, right, you don't make any money. And then they're like, well, you know, you have great credit, but there's no, you know, credit history. And I'm like,
Like, how
well,
am I supposed to get it?
Yeah, give me a loan. I'll prove that I can pay it back. And they're like, yeah, you know. And literally, yeah, like they give me such a runaround that I've still never had a freaking loan.
Yeah,
And I don't think that's a good thing.
They
I think
make
I'm
it-
going to be having a real problem
They-
trying to find how to do that to, you know, buy a house.
They make it very difficult. But the way that we've always done it in the past is like, just for a quick little example that is off the top of my head, when Caleb was building his Jeep early on in the channel, he had a truck and a Jeep, finally. Like, it's really hard to get two vehicles paid off, no loan, when you don't make a lot of money. Well, he finally accomplished this goal. His truck had 300,000 miles on it. And Alex I think you found it or went and got it. But this truck needed a transmission. Got it super cheap, you know, good deal. It was a farm truck. It was dirty. It was needed a tranny, you know, had a little problem.
I was stoked though.
Yeah, we got it home. Caleb fixed it, or you know, we fixed it, cleaned it, you detailed it, I mean, that truck,
It was perfect.
it was in way good shape when
Yeah.
you got done with it. New tires, you know, new brakes, new this, new that, and everything was just polished. Well, pretty soon, you know, it went from almost being double worth what you paid for it.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, now I got a good truck to pull my Jeep around, but here's my Jeep that's not done, and I need the amount of money that this truck's worth to finish this Jeep. and I need, like, in order for this channel to keep going and have weekly videos, if I don't have any money to fund my Jeep, I'm out of things to do. Like,
yeah.
so therefore the truck got sold and it went into the Jeep. So now the Jeep got and
My Jeep was like 3/4 of the way done, and I dumped every dime of an $18,500 truck, $19,500 truck. Every cent sunk into that Jeep, and it was 3/4 of the way done when I sold that truck.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So essentially, you had the money now to finish your Jeep, but you no longer had money for a truck.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing was finding another truck that was way older than the one that you sold, and we got a great deal on it because it had problems.
Yeah, you found that. The
I
bubble,
found it.
dude.
Yeah. It was an old 7.3.
It was an old 7.3. I don't even, nothing was even wrong with it other than it wouldn't come out of 4-wheel drive or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And they, I mean, it was a pretty big problem, I guess, if you don't work on those trucks and you don't, you know exactly what you're looking at. But I remember, I think I borrowed your truck because I was down at Matt Snell's having him tune my Jeep.
Uh-huh.
And I want to say I borrowed your truck or Dad's truck, and so I was down there in Salt Lake, and you called, and this is obviously a couple months after I had sold my truck, maybe 3 or 4 months after I sold my truck, and so me and Lou were sharing her car, and anyways, I remember where I was. I was eating Mexican food at my favorite Mexican place in Salt Lake, and you called me and you're like, dude, I just found a freaking screaming deal on an 01 7.3. And I was like, no way, dude. I don't have any money. So, I mean, that's sick that you found a good deal, but I don't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, I'll buy it. I'll just buy it, and you will figure out how to buy it from me. And I was like, I remember the butterflies I was feeling in that place. The truck was $3,400, or was it $3,000?
I think it was 3. I can't.
It was
remember.
like it was like $3,400. I'm pretty sure, and I was just through the freaking roof, ecstatic. I was so excited. So yeah, I don't know where you were going with that.
We were
but that's
talking about land. Where'd we go on that?
I'm just explaining the situation here. Like,
we're just telling stories.
we don't. We're kind of. So many people have asked the question, like, how do you guys make all this money or whatever? It's like
I don't know what
it's
you mean
not-
by all this money.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could show you our account. You know,
Yeah.
like
or I wish you were right.
yeah, totally wish you were right. We have nobody to like other than just the talents and the things that we've been giving that way from our parents and family and all of the praise and support. But like what you're looking at is what we've accomplished, what we've worked for. So with this whole story, I found a quote one time, and it's a little different than this. I was trying to find it on my phone here, but it's like, don't let anybody discount your putting money into a hobby, because your hobby is tied
To your purpose.
to your
right.
passion, and your passion is tied to your purpose.
Or yeah.
So at the end of the day, it may sound like a stupid thing. Well, what'd you do? Sell your daily driver truck and put all that money into your Jeep that's not a daily driver, and that's just a hobby. Why would you do that? Most people would call you an absolutely idiot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, this was a very, like, this is a well thought out thing. There was a plan in line for this to all work, and therefore we made sense of it to make that happen. So if there's anything in your life where, you know, something may not make sense, just remember those words. Obviously there's things you can do to get in trouble and do something stupid, but
we're out here gassing up everybody's
dreams and
1980 Chev truck that their project's trying to build.
Yeah,
Dump
not what I'm
every
saying.
dime into that flipping thing.
yeah, not what I'm saying. But anyway, long story short,
I
that
wonder
kind
what
of
Dave
explains-
Ramsey would think of. You know Dave Ramsey?
He
'Cause-
would slap every one of them.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, we're halfway following him because he's like, you know, he's a big one. No debt. Get out of that. You know, he's hounding all these people that are in debt. So, but you know, some of the financial decisions are awful.
I think he says,
you know, for him.
I think he says the value of your vehicles should be less than like an 1/8 of your yearly income. I think
Yeah.
who's he to say stuff like that?
Yeah, he only
Come
has like a
on.
$400 million
I don't care what
profile
Gordon Ramsay has to say.
Yeah.
portfolio. Yeah, he doesn't know it. Gordon Ramsay?
Ramsey who?
Yeah. No, he's an idiot for sure.
Pizza's
He
can't be that
doesn't. He
good.
doesn't know finances.
No.
Idiot.
Don't listen to people like that.
But anyways,
But how sick would it be to have some freaking land to do whatever the flip we want with?
it's so hard. It's just a hard conversation because it's like such a big dream that it almost feels a little bit. It almost feels a little bit too big to get excited about. You know what I mean?
like-
Too far out of reach.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you and Alex have really like made a joke about. Like
Yeah.
starter homes $1 million nowadays.
For real.
It's like
Flippin' is.
when am I ever gonna have that to put into my house?
Dude,
Flip.
I just, in freaking, shouldn't have been playing games in 3rd grade. Should have been putting together a real estate portfolio.
Yeah,
and
what were you guys
I don't know what the
doing?
flip I was doing.
Dude, mom and dad.
Trying to trade and barter Rice Krispie treats instead of flipping, getting my act together and get a mortgage going.
Yeah.
Mom and dad paid, I think, like $120,000 for their first house.
I think it was 150, but yeah.
Where's that? That
Dude,
house
that's
now is $950.
Literally, that's not an exaggeration.
It's a little
it's not
bit.
that much.
but
It's,
it could
I'll
be
bet
nice.
it's close.
600.
No, it's more than that.
It's
Yeah,
600.
I bet
No
I bet
way.
he's right. $650,
Mm-hmm.
which is absolutely insane.
I mean, when we moved up here, that was part of what, us moving out of Salt Lake. When we moved up here, Brady, a year or so into us living here, bought his first place to flip property. That was $54,000 or 50
$49,000.
$49,000
For a full house.
for a house.
A house, the land, yeah.
Dude, that
You can't buy a front door for $59,000.
you can't, dude. I could almost.
That was
I could-
unheard of back then, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean it was, but it wasn't.
But there
Not
was like
like
another
now.
one for 90 down the road.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, what? Maybe it was worth 62, but still. I mean,
Now that house
literally
is 2.6 mil.
at that point, my truck. If I sold my truck and threw, $6,000 with it, I could buy a house. Now, you'd need like, let's see. You would need like
Spit it out.
12 of my trucks to buy a starter home in a matter of 8 years.
I think you need more than that.
12. Say it's worth. Say your common denominator's 30. 12 times 30.
Dude, a starter house is like $450.
Yeah, I know. That's what. Well, it's just
Prices
just for the
are
sake of
pretty
it.
expensive out west. Out here,
It's a freaking
I think it's
joke.
A little bit more.
Crazy. And they're not coming
reasonable.
down either. Like they skyrocketed and then they kind of just stayed. They haven't come back down really at all.
Sorry, almost 17 of my trucks. That in a matter of 8 years.
Yeah, for probably like a 2,500 square foot house.
Yeah. But it probably needs a water heater, and the neighbors
And
are
a garage
sketchy.
door.
Yeah, it doesn't have a garage.
There's some fist holes through the sheetrock.
There's no grass, but there is dirt and it's smooth.
And there's some
That's like my yard.
this weird white substance all over the
Yeah.
bathroom. Powder.
It's in the vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I
think the
it just
dream,
seems a little insurmountable at this point.
the dream though would be to buy, I don't even know, 50 to
Minimum.
1,000,
Minimum
anywhere from 100 to 1,000 acres.
50 acres. You might as well
We
be
need,
Elon Musk at this point. 50 acres.
we need land bad.
Dude, I know that's the that's the
But
problem.
it's because we all want to build homes and do the shop all on this one property. So we can live close, just kind of like here, have the shop, and then be able to go out and build a dirt bike track or rally track and test the things that we build. So we don't have to keep going out of town, leaving the families.
That's
and-
literally been the goal since we were, 6-year-old kids jumping on the tramp together. I mean, it was like, man, maybe one day we moved to Idaho. Like,
Or
yeah.
Montana.
Or Montana. And maybe we all live together on a ranch in our own houses that are on the same piece.
And have a shop that we can keep all of our dirt bikes in.
Yeah. I mean, this has literally been the dream forever. But, dude,
it
at this
was-
point, I just don't.
I know it was on my vision board. When I made my vision board, I think for the first time when I was
You were like 12, 14.
13, 14.
I
something
remember
like that.
your vision board. It stayed at the foot of your bed.
Yeah, I still have it.
You still have that
I
one?
still have that one.
Oh,
and
we
it
gotta
has-
bust that thing out.
It has a dirt bike track on a ranch.
Does it?
So cool.
We were talking to our buddy Eddie. He came down to the Airbnb we were staying at with the trophy truck videos that we were filming, and we were in the hot tub talking, and he's a big like workout guy, and I was like, dude, when I will have made it is when I can go out and rip 15 hard laps on a dirt bike track for exercise every day. You know, that's how I'm staying young. And so that's my goal. But dude, we're gonna really. I don't know how we would pull something like that off at this point.
I don't either.
Maybe if we have a Great Depression recession, and we somehow still figure out how to make money.
I don't know how we pulled this thing off.
The YouTube channel?
Yeah. That's
was true.
Kind of statistically not going to happen either. That's what keeps me going.
What is the statistics? 0.00.
I'll look that up. It is pretty crazy.
It's got to be something like that.
Essentially, what he's looking up is how many out of all of the YouTube accounts on YouTube, how many actually make it to the size that we are.
So only 3% of all YouTube channels make it over 10,000 subscribers.
Wow.
3. So we're almost to 300. So what percent are
I know a
over
lot of the
300,000?
channels that comment on our stuff are over that.
Holy
So
crap.
If that's you, that's pretty impressive. That's 3%. You're in the top 3%.
That's dude. You remember how hard hitting 10,000 subs was? Holy flip!
It was rough.
So there's less than 0.03. 0.03 of all YouTube channels have over 300,000 subscribers. So we're not even a percent.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's an accomplishment that was
wild. I mean, yeah, the cards are stacked pretty hard.
I wonder if
Yeah.
there's a statistic that says something about what's the percent of people that own more than like 10 acres.
Oh,
That's
man.
probably pretty low.
You know what's wild too? If you think about all of our family history, nobody that I can think of has ever had more than just a couple acres of
Yeah,
land.
Grandpa Raj's dad.
Was it his dad
He-
that had?
Yeah, that was
Did
the
he have
farm.
That was the farm.
Yeah, I'm sure it was over 100.
down in central
think?
Utah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think they made pretty serious money back in the.
I think he sold it for a
40s?
horseshoe and a pickle.
Right.
and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
salt
yeah.
Where
water.
did that money
Yeah.
go?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the land.
Yeah. Well, I think it ended up going down because I think it happened during the Depression. Bad stuff was going on. They couldn't sell. I think it was horses. Maybe it wasn't farming. Maybe it was a ranch.
No, I remember them calling it the farm.
Was it?
Well,
Either way, bad times came. They had to take on debt, and
sell it,
and then
move
they
to
had to
Salt
sell it
Lake.
and move to Salt Lake. And I think they sold it for what they had in debt. So it was a bad deal.
You look around, pretty much anywhere, anybody that owns, 100 plus acres, it's been handed down
Mm-hmm.
multiple generations, and nobody will sell it. And it's understandable because my great grandpa's grandpa owned this, and
Oh, geez.
nobody will sell their stuff.
So only 23% of the population of the U.S. own any land.
A quarter?
Yeah, almost a quarter. Own any land. 3/4 of everyone
Wow.
walking around doesn't own nothing.
That's kind of crazy.
That's wild. Unless this is not quite accurate. I mean,
there's a lot of people that rent.
well, I know, but
I
that's
think
just
that's
pretty.
what
I
it
mean, can you
means.
imagine? You narrow that down to people who own 10 acres. I don't even know anybody who owns that much land other than
I
like
don't either.
farmers around here that I know.
It's crazy. I remember talking with Laura Farms when we were down at, I think last year,
Yeah.
and I was like, "So how much property you guys have?" And I was like, "Oh, we got like 600 acres, something like that." I was like,
I'm pretty sure it's
"Oh
like
my gosh,
6,000 acres.
yeah, it's probably something like that." I'm like,
They're in Nebraska.
that man.
That's
Yeah, dude.
you couldn't walk to
Unspeakable.
the other end. In a day.
Unspeakable amount of money.
yeah.
Not amount of money. I mean, I'm sure it was not cheap. at all. But
well, it's probably handed down. Their great grandpa.
no, they bought it. They bought
did?
some.
Bought
Yeah.
some, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, her and Grant, they made a big jump, and I think it's paying off for them pretty good. And
I didn't know that. That's way cool.
Yeah, it is cool. They're freaking hard workers, and I think it's hard. I think it's a different hard, right? When you've got like Matt or Laura that have a business aside, like alongside their videos. It'd be nice to have something else bringing in money, but it also comes with it. I mean, there's people out there that just do that. And then you throw a YouTube channel on top of just doing that. That's crazy, you know? And my hat's off to those guys in a lot of ways.
Maybe you should start a business.
Yeah, how come you're not doing nothing?
You need to go get a huge loan on a huge piece of property, and then we'll just come start doing YouTube over there, and you can be, running something.
I want to ask Brady now at this point because
growing beans
Yeah,
or
sure.
something.
I haven't
I
heard
like beans.
I haven't heard Brady once say that this land thing. We've been looking forever, but usually when I look, it's just because I'm just curious. I'm not actually thinking we're ever going to be able to pull something off.
Kind of window shopping for like a Porsche, and you're mad when one sells. Dang it!
Like that.
I almost bought that.
You've got the Arthur fist.
That reel I sent you the other day where it was like this guy, and it says on the thing, it was genius. It was like $3.65 in my checking account. Me at the Bentley dealer. This one comes in blue. Okay,
Not bad.
that's not bad for that. Anyways, I gotta ask though, what would you say is the % likelihood that we acquire property within this year?
Man.
I want to know. I want to know what because if Brady
This
sets his mind,
year?
if Brady sets his mind to it, I just want to know what he thinks. Because I kind of think that I probably think that we're more like 4 years before we can make any sort of move.
It's so hard for me because there's like the logical side of like the numbers and everything that makes sense for it to happen, and that's saying no. That's saying almost 0%. But then there's the other side of me that's like, you know what? We dream big enough, we push hard enough, we want it bad enough, and I truly believe and have witnessed that mentality going out, things wild happen.
Well, if we
and
keep milking vehicles hard enough,
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So I'm not. I don't. I'll probably just say 50%, just because
50.
50.
it's a 50-50, because that's kind of where our
Well,
minds
it's true. It
are
either
going.
will or it won't.
Well, that's kind of true too,
That was smart.
dude. 50.
I
I'm gassed up.
Well, it's just where our minds are going. So I think whether it's this year, next year, 5 years from now, or whatever, as long as we can just put everything in place and have it all make sense, and have a little bit of a just a plan, I think it's
Dude, and it sounds like I sound stupid saying this, but honestly, I'm not insanely aware of exactly what the numbers even look like. I'm
Me
so
neither.
focused on the next video and the story and everything that I really don't even. You would know better than anyone else about.
our numbers ain't looking good at all.
Dang it!
You guys been buying broken down R6 4-wheelers.
Hey,
and
we sold
We
it.
sold that.
You guys bought me that Rocon, and it's still stuck in our flipping shipping
Somebody
container.
almost came to buy that.
Nobody wants that thing.
We need to host a How could you
Project.
say it? Like a
Yard sale.
no, like the purpose is to buy land yard sale.
Oh, okay.
Campaign.
A campaign.
Yeah, sure. And we'll just have everybody that wants to come up. They can pick anything and buy it, and we'll put it
Yeah.
towards some
We
land.
could
Yeah,
probably
dude.
put somewhere around $5,000 in our pocket.
I start thinking about this stuff though.
And then
dude.
they'll call us after.
Yeah,
a
I
couple
want my
days
money
later.
back.
Yeah, can I bring this back?
Can you
No, you-
imagine? Can you imagine if we had more property?
Dude,
Like
in
my
my-
mind starts kind of going down
Well,
that road.
Hold on. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say in my head, tell me if this guy's interests you at all. And everyone's gonna be like, "Don't!" Starting another YouTube channel where we
Oh my
do
gosh.
like a homestead. We're in excavators and dump trucks building the driveway or doing the things that it would take to take raw land, turn it into somewhere we could build a house, build a shop, build a track, buy heavy equipment. I think that would be so fun.
Let me tell you this. If Elon Musk can figure out how to clone people, I think we can do it. If there could be another one of us three doing
dealing with a really high Q over there, and our IQs are probably
a
fraction of that.
High Q?
A high Q.
Is that IQ?
I think the only bet that we have with that something like that is if we try and rope Dad into it and get him to be in on it.
Just thinking, what if we did one PeckBrothers video, and then the next week is one PeckBrothers Farms video, and then the next week after that, so it's alternating weeks.
So now we're farming?
We're farming?
Yeah, PeckBrothers Farm.
I don't want to.
have
I
a
was
dairy.
kidding. You don't have to farm beans, Alex.
Okay, not farm. PeckBrothers Homestead. I don't know what the flip.
I don't know what we
I
would
think
call
it'd be
it.
so fun, because then we could cut costs down on like roads.
Why? Wait a minute. How is that cutting costs?
Because we're doing it instead of paying somebody.
Oh,
to do
okay.
it.
I'm not saying I'm not down, but dude,
I think it'd be fun to hop in an excavator for a flipping day.
We can just hardly keep up with what we have in general. Now you're trying to add a whole other channel?
I'm just saying, I think that'd be way fun.
Okay, I want to hear from you what you think would actually happen if we did attain the land. If we were sitting on 100 acres right now of prime where we would want to be, it checked all the boxes, what would content look like?
Oh my gosh, dude. The thing is like my mind starts kind of flowing into what that could look like, but it really starts going nuts when like I keep going down that road. Because like one thing leads to another, and then it's just like atomic, you know? It's endless. I mean, I say that and it's like, well, you know, we have a little bit of property here, you know, but we don't have do I have area where it's steep?
Yeah.
Can I get that?
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
What do you want?
I want to make
for.
I want to make the world's largest hill climb.
The world's largest.
The world's largest hill climb.
What flip are we gonna buy? Mount Everest?
No, like single shot hill climb. Like for a Jeep or for those Formula off-road freaking little
In Iceland.
in
or
Iceland.
whatever.
Dude, that would be sick. It would be so sick to have a massive track and all of the stories that would go along with just dude. The
So
content would be
What you're saying is like all the stuff that we're doing now where we have to get in the truck and drive 8 hours south wouldn't have to happen as much.
flip now. Well, the other thing too is it would make it so if we had problems, we just run back to the shop and we can fix anything at the shop and we're back out and going in 30 minutes to where when we're out and about, we're hours and maybe even a trip-ending problem. It would transform everything that like everything about the way that I've been thinking about content in general too. Like it would probably become a huge part of like our overarching story too. Cause like part of our goal here is to try and we love that families watch us. You know, we love that brothers watch what we're doing and they get inspired to go out and, you know, rip the tire off of their go-kart and go get it fixed and try and figure out how to get these things and doing them together instead of playing flipping Minecraft or whatever. That's what we like to do. And so, you know, if we were able to, you know, all three of us live in the same area and have this compound that we could do anything there. I don't know. I guess people, you know, you can say that the grass is always greener, but yeah, it would be. You can't get me excited like this because it's just It's just too good.
I'm just thinking deep, like what that involves us, that's our dream. What could we do to involve everybody that could help us get there?
I was thinking
You know
the
what I'm
same
saying?
thing, like some sort of incentive, like do an event.
Yeah,
Or
whether it's
something.
more content, whether it's
I don't think we could do more other than like what Alex is saying. If we're cutting in a road, I don't know. Every property comes with its own thing. If we're trying to do whatever, we got to put in a culvert. We've got to make this road. We've got these trees in the way. We got this indigenous frog that people were fighting us because it's there.
This is my. I mean, as
An
you think about that,
indigenous frog.
you think about Weston Champlin just bought that off-road park. He's on the river and he's opening it up to
people.
Anybody can go use it.
It's freaking cool.
It is really cool, but like that's got to be kind of sketchy. I mean, when somebody goes and gets hurt or dies because they do something
insurance.
wild, like I've looked into that before, like way back in the day.
I remember probably 5 years ago, you're like, dude, I would love to open an off-road park.
Yeah. Thousands of acres of just straight up private, like owned by us, do whatever the flip you want. And I looked and looked and looked into insurance, and it was like, dude, you need serious attorneys. You need serious permissions.
Which is sad.
You need to be tight with insurance companies.
Most people out there, they're going to roll their Jeep, break their hand, and it's like, that was my fault.
Yeah.
But there's
one
few
sour
out
one.
there that would try to blame that on you.
Yeah.
And so now it makes people like us that want to do that not even able to because you can't afford the insurance or it's not worth the risk.
I
Just
think
that
that's the
one
big thing that
sour
people don't
person.
understand, because, on the track that we build, you would love to say, hey, we're having a track night this Friday, bring your bike and, it'd be fun to go hang out and have everybody over and whatever, you just whoever, but you literally, from a business standpoint, you could never do that. So one
Especially-
person gets hurt, you could literally lose everything.
Lose it all.
Especially having a business tied to it.
Yeah.
I mean, that opened my eyes when we were talking about, like, there was a couple of lawsuits that were going around about people slipping on ice on someone else's property that they were trespassing on, got hurt, sued them, and won.
I'll tell you one even worse. When I was in, it was my business law class at Utah State. They told me about this person that it was a burglar, was crawling up on somebody's roof, going to break in and steal stuff, fell through a skylight, landed on a knife, sued the homeowner, and won.
Dude,
Won.
that makes me want to go build a cabin in the middle of Wyoming and not see anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's so
Crazy.
frustrating to hear that ever happened. I'm almost wishing you wouldn't have said that. That almost ruins my night to know that actually happened in America.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
crazy.
Pretty
But
crazy.
but I mean, you're talking people that just live local. I'm talking like how does the viewer that lives out in West Virginia,
Have something to do with it.
Yeah, how does he benefit from this? No, maybe it is just more content. Maybe it's diving deeper to hang out with us more because like everybody wants a friend. I feel like that's what a lot of what we have to bring consists of. Is like if you are a young dude, you like to have fun, you like what we do, like you're gonna come hang out with us every single week.
You were
There,
streaming.
tell me this though. Now that I start going down this road, I mean, like you go to a jump zone, like a trampoline place. I mean, you more or less kind of sign your life away that like, hey, if something happens, it's not their fault. Do you think that there's a document that we could have put some serious concentration money on attorneys to write up something that literally we are not liable for anything?
I think so. Because you hear of people saying, yeah, a waiver is just a piece of paper. It's not even worth the paper it's written on or whatever. But there has to be something that says it is their choice to be on here. Everything is at their own risk. We have nothing to do with anything that happens to anybody. You would think,
Well, like I got
I think
LASIK.
It's not probably not that cut and dry because like you're sitting in the courtroom and somebody says, "Yeah, that's not my signature," and it's like,
whose is it?
well, you made it.
You tell me that we made those are accusations that are you better get backed up.
I'm just saying.
Then we get a
things-
forensic signature.
Then
So
I get it.
I think I'm with Alex though, because like I got LASIK and I remember on the thing that I had to sign being very concerned because it was like, we aren't liable for any sort of loss or permanent loss of vision. And I told the guy, I'm like, that doesn't sound that great. Are you sure about this? And he's like, well, the thing is with the 0.000000001% chance that something happens, if I was going to hinge me losing everything on your eye surgery, like I'm not going to do that. Nobody would do that. And he's like, so there's always a chance that something can happen. We have backup generators if the power goes out with the machines. We have the most advanced redundant machine. All this stuff. He's like, but at the end of the day, we have to protect our business and our lives. And so obviously if I signed that says if I lose my vision, I can't come after these people. That's pretty big.
The problem is you got lawyers you could hire that would figure out a way.
What they did wrong.
just a different way of looking at what you signed.
It's like, yeah, you signed this, but
this happened
this
and he wasn't
intent-
aware.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. There's always. But I feel
I think
like
the best-
people
I think the
in
best
this
approach-
industry, they're pretty cool. Somebody
think
that's
the
gonna
be-
drive up here to come hang out with us, I don't think they're gonna.
The best approach, I think, would be to make really good videos and bring people along.
Dude, what about streaming? People love streams, and
I
so
would
we
love to do more
we
of
stream.
that.
We've got cameras in the tractors. We're running it, and it's cutting angles.
Now, that'd
Just
be
a
kinda
live
sick.
stream. That'd be kind of cool.
Way cool.
That would be way cool. I don't know how do people do that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
we have somebody run and change the camera views live like that,
Yeah, I think-
wireless.
I
That'd be
think
awesome.
It'd be cool.
That would be way cool.
I would watch that.
I would
like
too.
somebody else do that.
That'd
Like,
be sick.
man, that's a
Maybe
cool
we look
idea.
into
That's
that.
a way cool idea.
Tell
We'd
us,
have to have one heck of a Starlink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us if you guys have any ideas here about how to make this work. We're going to probably be stewing on this for the next little while, trying to figure out what avenues there are to accomplish this dream. Let us know in the comments if you have any ideas that could maybe spark something.
Or, honestly, if you are by chance time traveling and you know some really good lottery numbers, that would help. Because at this point, it's
It's a little more
have
likely.
you ever bought a lottery ticket?
I've never had enough money to buy a lottery ticket. Which Dave Ramsey, dude,
Told
he'd
you
probably
not
be
to.
pumped.
Well, Flip,
It
dude.
sounds like it's a money problem, though. At the end of the day, we can have all the cool ideas we want, but
really any issue goes back to it's a money problem.
yeah. Thank goodness, though, that's the case, man. How many people in this world have money figured out, but man, the other things that are actually important are falling to pieces. Dad's always been that guy to bring it back to that. I'll take money problems, thanks. Not that we have like money problems, at least anymore, but we got it pretty dang good,
We do. I feel blessed every single day.
Yeah.
I think people normally just in their straight natural man just understands that money is one of the biggest problems that you can have. But like when you step back and look at it, there's a lot of problems a lot of people can have, and money's just one of those.
Yeah.
Like it's no more than your health,
Yeah.
no
Well,
more than relationships.
I think what's hard about money is like I've always like my outlook on money for the last probably 5, 6, 7 years has been like, well, I really would like more money because not having any money is stressing me out and it's bad for my health. Like That's how concentrated that I am with money. So to say that money, money doesn't solve everything. It's like, if you can figure out how to make the money to not be stressed, to where you can put fuel in your truck and don't have to check your account, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but
that sounds like a pretty good gig.
Definitely, but think about like everything that you could have problems with. It's the exact same situation. Like say it's your health. You don't just turn your health around in one day and you're good to go. It's not like you can just go apologize to a person that you've done wrong your whole entire life and it's just you're good to go. Like all these things take time to fix because they mean so much to you. They're such big things. It is important. Like we're not going to sit here and tell everybody that, money means nothing and don't focus on that because it does. The world essentially
gotta have it.
You have to have it these days. And
that's so interesting, though. With what you're saying, that like it really at the end of the day is a lot of different avenues of your life that need improve. You can improve the money part, and that might take off some stress, but you got all this falling apart now, and I don't look at the world like that at all. Like I get one thing done as well as I can do it, and then I move on to the next thing. I'm terrible at breaking down the processes to get something done. Like last night, I was working on our next merch drop till 2 a.m. I started at like 9 and worked all day till 2 a.m. to try and get it done because I struggle moving on until something's completely done. And so I think that's where my mind, like with the money thing or with this idea, it's like, if we're going to get property, like I'm going to lock in and want to figure out the solution to it. And, there's no solution to it that I can figure out. So it's kind of almost a waste. I almost just put it away.
As long as you can balance those things in your life, that's a great attribute to have. But until you can't and those other things sacrifice and they start going backwards.
Like, I feel like you're pretty good at that. I am so impatient. So impatient.
That's a lifelong thing to learn. That's a tough thing to balance all of that. If you're not good at balancing things, you ought to focus on trying to get better at balancing things just in general because you'll overall be a happier person.
Speaking of that, I heard this saying, and I can't remember who said it, but they pretty much said life and everything that life entails is like you're in a room with a bunch of balloons that go up and then slowly come back down. And he's like, all of them will be in the air and one of them will start falling. And you go over there and you tap it up, you give it attention, you get it back up, and over there one starts falling. And you run over there and you hit it up, and then this one starts falling. And you give your attention to the things that are falling. The ones that are in the air don't matter. It's the ones that are about to hit the ground you go focus on and get them back up. And it's kind of like you just rotate, your relationship needs attention. So you focus on that, and then your money problem is starting to become bad. So you focus on that, and then now your relationship
Did he have any sort of hack to fix that?
It was just kind of like a way to visualize.
It's just
problems.
It's way reactive though. That's why I hate. Like I want to know what to do to get those balloons to
stay up.
No, that wasn't part of it.
Nobody's got that hack.
That's just life though. Those balloons are going to come down. There might be a lot of them come down at the same time.
It don't matter if you're Grant Cardone. You've got to run over and get a balloon up.
And maybe that, I guess that goes into the philosophical side is that, like, how enjoyable would it actually be to sit in that room with a net holding all those balloons up? It really would get boring, and that's not what you're built to do. You're built to run over to get the balloons, and honestly, if you look at it right, it's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a game.
It is. That's what our brains are meant to do.
Totally not the way you... I wasn't thinking like that. It was like, how am I going to get all those balloons to stay up? I'm sick.
It's kind of like, how can I make this fun? Or how can I make this enjoyable?
Yeah.
But
yeah, they don't teach you that in school.
No.
Like, that is not something you learn at a young age.
You could try to use the Pythagorean theorem to keep a balloon up.
Yeah. Bowling class. That's where I learned that.
Yeah.
Flip.
Well, I feel pretty good sick and braid on land. That wasn't
that
really
was a
where
really
I was-
good idea.
I wasn't really going there. I was just sick of traveling to go test crap. And that's why I brought it up. But
Me too.
I feel like when Braid puts his mind to something,
This is a good time to ask. Can we use your skid steer to carve out a little spot this week for the video?
It's Mud City.
What
out
if I
there.
promise that I'll clean it off before
the problem is the driveway too.
Yeah.
We just
I'll
put
clean
that
it
nice
off.
driveway. You can't clean mud off the
Yeah,
driveway.
what, even
No,
if you
no, no,
made
no.
a
I'll clean
jump
it.
in the dirt, in the mud. How you gonna go off of it? I sent Alex off of a muddy jump when I was 7.
I don't think
or
you
when
guys.
he was 7, and I remember clearly how that went.
I promise the machine that we're going to build this week is going to do really well.
I'm with Braid on this one.
Guys, I need somewhere to do something with it. We've got to do something. We'll go find a drier spot. Mom and Dad's.
That's the other hard
We'll go
thing.
tear up Mom and Dad's yard.
Do you guys remember when we bought that R6 YFZ,
Yeah.
got it running, and we were like, heck yeah, it runs, let's go.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go?
Now what?
Where are we going to go with
We
it?
went and did donuts in church.
It's so
We did
irritating.
donuts in the
Yeah.
church parking lot.
It's like, I know a dirt road we could drive up.
We want a flipping dirt bike track so bad that we built ramps up onto the storage container.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's so depressing because that would be so sick if we had the rest of the track to like inner loop. But like, my kids sleep 80 feet away from the storage containers. We can't go riding around dirt bikes, you know?
Yeah. Well, Braid, that's your job for the rest of the year.
Is
As
that
well,
it?
no, as well as everything
I
else.
was going to say,
No,
I'll take
we're just
that
gonna.
job.
That's gonna get added on to your job title.
All right. I want that $5 bonus.
I'll tell you this though. No.
No.
I'll put $100 if you'll match it. You got $200 if you can.
$200.
200. Well, you match my 100.
That's more than I made last year.
When it happens, we'll pay you $1 a day till we're paid off.
No, we'll pay it up front, dude. If you come in the shop and you're like, guys, I have figured out how we can buy some property.
And we're closing in 30 days.
And after we close, I don't know how that's gonna. We're probably not gonna close. We're probably gonna have to get somebody to get in on the idea and see if we can owner finance or something. The day that happens, me and Alex will give you $200.
Of our
Okay.
personal money, not even business.
Nope.
Well-
I will go take it out of the bank.
Well, then I got to say one thing, and this is for the
Okay,
viewers.
we got to wrap it up
This
after
is
this.
for the viewers. If you guys know, it's already hit me an idea. If you guys know somebody that has a lot of money, big money, okay, that doesn't
Need it.
Need it.
no, that doesn't treat it exactly like a bank does in order to take a loan or, the word borrow here. If you know anybody that would be interested in some sort of PeckBrothers
Trade for some
Future.
merch.
future,
Like buying stock in PeckBrothers.
Is
Is that what they're doing?
We can work out some details. So hit us up if you guys know anybody, think about anybody, or if you are one of those people. We would love to chat about making this dream happen. Because I think at the end of the day, every party can win. They can win. We can win. Everybody can win. That's kind of the goal, is to make that happen. So
I mean, at the end of the
Dang.
day, we're definitely going to have the money for it at some point. It's just not today. But, it's coming, I'm sure.
if you keep buying R6 IFZs, it's going to go real quick.
You're just mad because you thought we were getting a jet ski and we didn't.
Dude, we still don't have jet skis.
All right, well, that was a pretty good episode, I think. That was a pretty fun one. We get to dream a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But,
we could ask them what they think about it.
Yeah, true. True. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll have another one out next week. I promise. See you next week.